All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. June the 6th, 2024. We had news earlier this morning, ECB press conference, and then we had IV PMIs come through for Canada. So, as far as we are concerned, for our trading session, I'm pretty sure we're in the clear. Let's see, right here. And so we have some gas stuff coming through, bill auction, mortgage rate. And so I think we'll be done by then. So that's out of the way. Let's take the look at the daily chart. Right? On the daily, we clearly have a higher low, higher high. It's green. It seems to be pushing higher. No, it looks bullish. So far, we've done 40, an average of 48.7, so 49. We're missing a box. Let's go take a look on an hourly scale. All right, so now we can highlight the floor. We can highlight the ceiling, all right, on an hourly scale. So we have a couple hours behind us, and we're looking forward to breaking the ceiling. Right, so within this, if we zoom in on a 5-minute chart, we want to find previous levels that were important to price, right? So stuff from the past that may be important once again, right? Just use your mind's eye. Really simple, not complicated at all, right? Just where you see shelves, just highlight those areas. And then in the end, we may or may not revisit this. We don't know, right? It's just an idea. And we're creating a whole bunch of alternative ideas. Right? So now we have price right here, and we have a ladder above and below. Let's go see over here what that looks like. And so this is what I did yesterday. This is what we did as a group right here. I traded a little bit more after the live session yesterday, right here. Picked off the low and made money thereafter. And similar behavior again this morning. Right? So I picked off the low, traded before the news. The news closed my trades. And then after the US news came out, I started picking off this bottom here, and I'm looking to go higher, right? I'm being bullish according to the top down. Right? So here's a red candle. We're at support. We want to buy this. So the stuff that you see here, I was working with another trader.
Welcome to the channel.
Whoops. Sorry, I just happened to click on the YouTube video by mistake. It's 8 o'clock. And we want to run till about 10 or so. So what can we do in here? Market after the news retraced 3.5 boxes or so. And then if we assume this is a bottom, we went up 2 boxes. Right? So it's just an assumption, right? And now the assumption is that if this is a low, we're going back up. Right? So I'm assuming that in due time, I'll be coming through here. Let's go take a look at our dollar index. We do every day. Dollar index on the 4-hour scale. We're still threatening the bottom edge of our range here. Yields are still going down. So that bodes well for our euro bullishness. Go, a couple of winners right out of the gate. Who doesn't like waking up to, winners in their cup? If you're not in trades just yet, you want to be buying on the red candle, right? So if it drops and finds support somewhere in this area here, we want to be buying this. So we know the daily candle is missing 9 pips to reach its ADR, average daily range, right? So we suspect that maybe we'll do 9 pips on top of the high, right? So that would bring us up to 910 or so, right? So 1 box above the high. That would take us to the daily average right there. Right? So let's see if we can go there in the next couple hours. I'm closing trades from an hour or so ago, trades that I took with another student. All right, I'm just waiting to see if I can recycle now that I'm in this box here. All right, this is a new standard deviation. It allows me clicks. There's one. There's 2. I just took 2 clicks there on that little. There's 3. I have 3 on and I'm saving 1. Just in case we drop down here. All right. If you can afford it, put a trade on here. This is where I put mine off of this level here. This is where I took my 3. If we go deeper, I'll put my 4th. Baby steps. What have I got in total? In total, I have 9 trades. So 3 that I just took now and 6 from earlier that were remaining from an hour or so ago. We've made it over to the 14,000 mark, which is a nice little achievement. And we've achieved $3,000 of profit on an $11,000 account, and we did it in about 2 months. So about $1,500 a month. 8,000 pips. Let's keep this show on the road. Keep your stick on the ice. All right? This is just an expectation, right? If we break into this box, it, it wouldn't make sense to see the price go all the way across to around this area here. And that would be a normal outcome, right? Something like this happens about 68% of the time. Right? Sometimes it even comes out of the box faster than we think, right? That's what might happen here, right? Faster than we think. I'm getting ready to put on my fourth click here. I'm looking to my left. I see wicks, 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 wicks and bodies. I'll put my fourth click right there. And so now I have 4 clicks in this bottom box. I want the real estate. There we go. So close. So close. Looking at the 5-minute chart. We're still debating which way to go. I suspect we're going to go up the ladder. If we do, well, we already did. If we target the average daily range, we're looking for the ultimate targets for today, somewhere around 910. So if we get to this 910 area, we want to become sellers up there. And we're not selling for the South Pole. We're selling just to create a wick on the daily candle, right? Nothing fancy. So if we get up to here, in this zone here, you want to start selling for 3 pips, 3 pips, 3 pips. And we have to get there first. The YouTube live yesterday turned out really well. Thanks to you guys. Thanks for showing up. Baptism by fire. There's about a 20-second delay on average. And so I'll have to somehow incorporate that. When we set out with, intent and we have the idea of creating the next move, it's a matter of measuring the current move, right? So in this case, right now, the current move started down here and it went up to here. And now it's pulling back a little bit. We're measuring the current move. And even if it comes down to here, that opens us up to extra clicks, right? To another box worth. And that would be ideal. I'm just going to push this out of the way. I'm more curious to see what happens here. Right. So with time of day, right, I see this as a pullback, and I see the pullback typically ending at the bottom of the hour, right around 8:30 or so, right around here. Right. So if we go down into this box, we want to buy this. At least I do. One. This will be number two. This will be number three. I'm looking at this level here, inside here. And then maybe these wicks will be number four. I can move this out of the way. I can get rid of that. And see if we go back up through here. Right, this is plan A, is to make 3 pips, 3 pips, 3 pips in the bullish direction. Plan B is to fix plan A, and we use averaging in to do that. And it's not at random, it's spreading the risk as evenly as we can, right? So it's the same amount each click, the same amount of clicks as evenly as possible, so on and so forth, right? We're not doubling up, we're not tripling up, we're not martingaling. And this is spending the money that's allocated to this job. Big difference there. All right, so here comes click number two in that box. If it pushes a little lower, I'll take click number three. And I suspect we're going to find the end of this leg by the bottom of the hour. That's just a probability. Yeah, you have a ton of freedom with this methodology here. Right? It's just a way of filtering information. Ooh, I sneeze. Squawk box is extremely quiet. Right. Do we get to spend more in here? Or do we have to wait it out? There we go. Yeah, the dollar is still weakening. Yields are still coming down. Just gotta wait our turn. It's like turning a ship in the ocean, right? Yesterday's trades took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. There's click number three. You notice how I'm bringing down my break even. Right, break even is now 12 pips away. I put click number three on already. I'm going to wait to see if I need click number 4. I'm just waiting for the bottom of the hour so I can anticipate a move towards the London fix or into the London fix. I don't know what the direction will be. I'm hoping the direction will be back up. Probabilities tell us it would be. It's the direction of, least resistance. All right, so if you're following along, you probably have 3 or 4 trades on by now. And you're in drawdown. You guys are doing good. 72 pips, 62 net. Awesome. We're just exploiting what the market is willing, able, and capable to give us. And we're not asking for miracles. We're just looking for 3 pips. And the market clearly moves 3 pips all day long. If you have a handful of winners, or once you have a handful of winners, consider walking out. You don't have to stick around. You don't have to outdo yourself. It's not a competition. You're not proving yourself to anyone. This is box 2. I'm trading in box 2, but I have, sorry, someone's asking if I'm in box 2 or 3. I'm currently in box 2, but I have trades from like an hour ago. And so that might be what's confusing the count. So from the time I started with the live session, it's my second box. But some of the trades, the original trades that you see
In 10
here,
minutes time now, at the bottom of the hour, see the release of the weekly EIA natural gas change. Forecast is a build of 92 BCF, prior build of 84 BCF.
I was saying some of the original trades belong in this box here. Zoom's popping off telling me that there's a problem with my microphone. Can you guys hear me? Just type a yes in the chat. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what that message was for. It's okay. As long as you can hear me and see the chart, we'll keep going. Acknowledged. All right, so on our 5-minute chart, we've gone down a couple of rungs. Right, let's see if we find support here. The assumption is we would. And then we're expected to go up. Right? If we don't find support here, the assumption then moves to the next level. And then I'm sure there's one here in the middle. Right, so we just follow along and then we understand when to stop. Eventually we run out, like we run out of opportunities or run out of money first. Right, so it's this idea of starting on time if you can and finishing on time, operating as a business with a business mindset. You tend to avoid a lot of the problems, the unknown. Stick to what you know, stick to what is familiar to you, you know, study this 2 hour window. Looking to take a fourth and final trade in this box here. We're at support. Waiting to see how this will come to be. Maybe we continue down. Maybe we go back up. Let's see. Let's wait it out. We're 5 minutes away from the typical end of the pullback. If it breaks the existing low here, right there, I'll take in the the fourth click. Early, not thinking clearly. Right? Because we went into the box here, the price has the ability to come all the way here. That would be a normal standard move. And I've already picked off 3 trades in the upper half of the box or so, and I'm saving a fourth for the lower half of the box. And somewhere in this area here, I want to put that fourth click. And all I'm trying to do is bring down this break even so that it's easily achievable. Yeah, we're critical support near here. We have slowing momentum down.
At the bottom of the hour, we see the release of the weekly EIA natural gas change. Forecast is a build of 92 BCF on the prior build of 84 BCF.
We have a lot of opportunities in front of us. We just have to filter the good ones from the bad ones. The box helps me to do that. And we can remove the boxes, and all of a sudden it feels like we're trading blind. It's like almost like removing your eyeglasses. Will we get to take another trade? Four minutes away. The Asia session yesterday was relentless. This move here this right there, out of the ordinary. It's not something we see often in the Asia session. 3 boxes, 2 the pip. Usually it floats. It's not just straight. And for the sake of curiosity, let's do something like this. Change the color to blue so I can see it. And we've gone, what am I doing? 8. Range bound? I suspect so. Range bound. Here comes click number 4. Box number 2. Looking at this here as a possible move. What will that be? 36. Oh, 24. That would be 3 boxes. We'll see. Right, so keep an eye on 86.70. All right, we're still looking for a move higher over time. Weakening US dollar.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute for oil and gas news. Natural gas. Those of you following along since 8 o'clock this morning or since the beginning of the live session, our trades are in drawdown, which is expected, right? We have to have open trades, work in progress in order to make money. And we're willing to repeat the process 2 more times.
10 seconds.
Your stop losses are probably down here. These are mine from earlier. Right? So we have to room.
98 BCF build, it's build at 98 BCF, higher than the expected build of 92 BCF.
We have to the room, the space to do what needs to be done. Right. So if we must average, we can do it. If we don't have to, the trades will close on their own and we'll end up here somewhere in due time. All right. So we are at the bottom of the hour. News has just come out. This typically signifies the end of the pullback. We'll see. All right, maybe the pullback continues for another 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then we turn around. All right, it's just a game of approximation, probabilities. There's no certainty here. Tomorrow is the big event. Today we had the ECB and the press conference. Tomorrow we have employment, GDP. If you trade the CAD, unemployment, non-farm payroll, unemployment. Right? Tomorrow is the big day. Lagarde speaks tomorrow during our trading session. That should be interesting. Ooh, I look forward to this. Tomorrow will be the big event. Let's see. I'd be curious to see if we can find our way up here and then watch tomorrow shut it all down or push it higher. You have to be forward thinking. Think about the next move, right? So we've been buying on the way down. We've been buying on the way down because the next move is up. Right? This is not going to the South Pole. This is a bullish trend. Right? So we expect a resumption of the bullish trend. And if you remember late last week, earlier this week, I think we looked at a flag right here and the flagpole / destination targets around here somewhere. All right, so we have the room to roam. And we have a destination. Right? We have a goal. Right, so we're looking at 990, 980 in that area. This is where I want to go today. This is where I want to go today. All right, so let's recycle this if we can. The red candle. Ooh, I was slow with my finger.
ECB's Holzman confirms he dissented on the rate vote on Thursday.
Let's see if that recycling was the right move. That was click number 4 in box number 2. And so I still have 3 in box number 2. Well, I have 4 now. I put it back on. See where this will lead us. Cash flow. We're creating an income stream. And if you leave the casino, that income is yours to keep every day. we are 10 pips away, 1 box away from breaking even. The waiting is horrendous. This is just imagination. This does not mean it's real. I'm just trying to see where can the market go, right? If we enter this box, it has the ability to come all the way here. If I assume this is a low, I'll put the box on the low. And now the assumption is the market has the ability to come all the way to this corner, right? We can stay in here for the duration of the box and ultimately come out over here, and that would be normal, right? Something like that. Oops. Right? Something like this would be absolutely normal. Anything faster than that is abnormal. And that's kind of how we make our money, right? We extract volatility. Red candle. I've already got my 4 clicks, so I have to wait. Right, so what have we done? We have built a position on the way down. And now we're waiting to get paid. And we postpone gratification. This looks good. This looks good.
German Finance Minister Lindner says the ECB rate cut is a good signal for the economy.
Yeah, because it gives them the opportunity to raise it back up later. On this side of the pond, they're thinking about higher for longer. And so if that's what's sticky, it makes sense that the ECB may end up raising the rates at some point. If they're cutting too early, that is. We'll see. We'll trade it a couple hours at a time. If you can recycle or take a click, now would be a good time for it. We don't have far to go. Come on, come on, come on. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Everybody kind of expected the ECB to cut rates. They told us they would. Slow today when there's no news. The news is out. 10-year yields are still coming down ever so slightly. And Dixie has stopped going up. Good sign for us. No magic tricks. There we go.
ECB officials all but rule out a July cut, with September unclear.
Beautiful, right? So if this is truly a break of the box, we're leaving all of this
So
time.
ECB bank officials are all but excluding a second interest rate cut in July, and some are also questioning if such a move would be wise at the following meeting in September, according to people familiar with the matter.
And leaving all of this unused time in the box would prompt us to expect more volatility in the upward direction instead. Right, so we're exchanging time for money. Let's see it come about. Sorry, I'm putting trades on my other platform. Oh, recycle. 1, 2. If it comes to this level here, I'll put another one right there. Right there. Right, the inside swing here. Oh. That's close enough. So we went up a rung. We tested it. Fall off or fell off. Let's see what comes next. Right, do we test it again and hold it? Or do we come down and, test the lows? So I have 3 in the box. 1, 2, 3. I'm waiting to see if I can put a 4th. Can I put a 4th one here, maybe? There it is. And so now I have 4 clicks in the box. The average is about 9 pips away, 10 pips away. And if it breaks the box and gives me a lower box, it opens me up to 4 more clicks. Right, so I want to wait and see if we get here. Buying on the way down is the scary part, right? Because everybody is this idea that we must be trading the trend. And so when we see 3 or 4 red candles, we're thinking, oh, the trend is down, especially when we have a breakdown, right? So if we break the low, immediately we're thinking, oh, it's a breakout. And in reality, it could just be a false break. And so there's a lot of illusions happening here. And think one step ahead, right? Just what would be the next move of this? Is this going all the way down here? It's unlikely. Not without some kind of catalyst, right? It's more likely to be doing stuff like this all over the place. Right? It's not going to be a straight red candle for 30 pips. And so we're making money in either direction. I picked the bias, right, based on a top-down analysis, not a bottom-up. Right, so the top is really what we're trying to build. The bigger time frame, the top is what we're trying to build 1 minute at a time. Right, so we're targeting this area here, and we'll eventually get there 1 minute at a time. spent years looking for perfection. And all this time, all I needed was to be in the ballpark. One pip away from breaking even with this trade here. It's almost time for the London fix, which would come in at the top of the hour in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. Looks like the bottom of the hour was the end of the pullback. Christmas. If you can recycle, go for it. Recycling the margin that's made you money already, right? You're just putting it back to work. You're not putting extra trades on. You're just reopening the trades that have closed. What's next? A move down here or a move up here? We can even just go sideways, do absolutely nothing, and come out here. Our job is to come up with these alternatives and then trade the facts. This is for time. And just as a friendly reminder, I'm just some dude on the internet. Right? This is not financial advice, just show you what I'm doing, how I do it. I explain why I do it. Take from that what you will. The waiting. Oh my God. I'm better on the short side. Interesting. $8,000 average of 2.8. Cool. Love it. Time, come on, come on. Time's up. You can hear the tick strike. Tick, 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 tick. You can hear the volume start coming through. Let's hope it sustains.
So the US to sell $58 billion in 3-year notes on June 10th to settle on June 17th. And the US to sell.
Hello. He changed his mind.
So the US to sell $70 billion in 3-month bills on June 10th to settle on June 13th. The US to sell $46 billion in 52-week bills on June 11th to settle on June 13th.
There we are. Book it.
The US to sell $70 billion in 6-month bills on June 10th to settle on June 13th.
Crazy like a fox.
An IMF spokesperson says there needs to be some slowing in the US economy in 2024. The US economy has proven resilient and domestic demand remains strong, but there are some signs of easing in the labor market conditions. And IMF spokesperson says there has been considerable progress in reducing inflation in Europe.
Come on, come on, come on. Let's see if you get a red candle here in this next few minutes. You want to recycle that trade. All right, going up the ladder. We're testing resistance as we speak. Right. Right. If we have a break, we have unused time in the box. And typically we exchange time for money, right? So it's conceivable that we keep going up while we have this time in front of us. Have no fear. Gene, the trading machine is here. Come on. Cash me out. Bingo. Beautiful. How does it feel to be in a recycling business? All right, let's drive this home. And as it's pushing upwards, I want to continue to buy red candles and recycle my trades. The objective is to get to a higher high, somewhere around 910, 915. We're 3 boxes away, 4 boxes away from there. Average move. To the moon. Oh my goodness. What are we supposed to do now, folks? Gee whiz, what a nice problem to have. I guess we can recycle. Right, let's see a red candle here. But pull back to the edge of the box. Oh, there we go. There's 1, 2. I don't want to go too heavy because I'm putting Peter's trades into Paul's box. I'm recycling on the edge of the box here. I'm taking from this box and opening up into the upper. I have to be careful, right? I have to save just in case we come back down here. Breaking even is now 7 pips away. If I can recycle my way towards there, I'll keep that line in that neighborhood and I'll keep creeping towards it as I recycle. When a plan just works. This is just for my imagination. Right? Now that we're in this box, this is where my focus is. Right? I'm thinking we have to find our way to here. Oops, sorry, to there. Right? The price has the time and the will and the ability to go up here. Or like it has already, it can break the top of the box earlier than expected. This should actually be on the break, right? On the break itself. Convenience. It's right to the hour. Red candle. If you can take a trade, go ahead. This feels like taking a caterpillar for a walk. You know, it has to push its front end forward and then pull its back end forward. It's like walking a caterpillar. Right. Rotate, rotate, rotate. We're hoping to rotate again. Oops, up here somewhere. Right. Rotate. We just don't know how long that's going to take. Right. We could get to that purple line at 2 o'clock in the morning. See the borrowing from Peter to pay Paul? I put 2 trades that belong down here up there, and now I'm limited to what I can do here. These are the kind of things. This is why this spreading the risk evenly is kind of built into the equation, right? We want to keep an even amount of clicks per box. Ultimately, what your goal is to keep this dotted line within the box or so. Right? You want that dotted line to be one average move away. And so here's click number 3 for this box, since I have 2 already. And then if we dive a little deeper, somewhere around here, I'll take another one. You don't want to hear me singing. I should stay quiet. It would be nice if the market just went something like this. Whoop. Close all our trades. All right. As soon as these trades close, I'll be able to upload the video. The plan is simple, right? We want to get up to over the 900 area, right? So 910 or so, and then become sellers up there, right? And you're not selling for the South Pole. You're just selling to basically buy into tomorrow's low. So one, two, three, 4 rungs or so. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. to get to where we're looking to go. It's not impossible. Yeah. And again, you know, like always, if you're already near your average goal, leave the casino, right? Don't keep on trading. That's how you end up over trading and giving back your profits. If you've gotten 20 or 30 or 40 pips already, just walk away.
Fed bids for 4-week bills total $285.6 million.
The idea with the 2 hour window is to optimize the trading, right? This 2 hour window is the best 2 hour window for me. And so outside of that 2 hour window, it's 22 hours of risk. It's like operating like a business, right? You can trade whatever you want. I'm just saying it's not worth your while all day long, right? It's almost like working overtime for free. So here's that recycling that paid off. This specific 2 hour window is also a function of where you're located. You know, you probably don't want to trade at 2 a.m. So you'll find a window of opportunity that suits your lifestyle. That will drive the pair that you end up trading. Or pairs. All right, let's keep this show on the road.
The US oil futures rise by more than $1 a barrel now to around $75.08.
Remember earlier we were looking at our dollar index. So our dollar index is turning negative or red. Our yields are remaining bearish. So that bodes well for our bullish euro.
And Brent crude futures gained more than $1 a barrel to $79.53 a barrel.
Red candle. I'll recycle. And back in the bottom box, I'll recycle one more. Let's see how many more can I put on here if it drops down. All right, so we made it from corner to corner. That happens 68% of the time. Right? Just like everything else is extra volatile. This is slow and steady. Everything else here is volatility. But you get the idea, right? Standard distribution. About 10 minutes or so, I have to let you go. But we have a plan. Those of you who have been participating, don't touch your stop losses. Don't touch your targets. Just give it all the time it needs to come home. If you're going to keep on trading, the target is 910. And if we get near here, you want to start selling, or you want to become a seller to go into tomorrow. And then tomorrow, we're hoping to get closer to 950, which is way up there. All right, so that would be another 4 boxes. All right, so let's take it one day at a time, but we have to get there first, and then we sell into tomorrow's low. And then by the time I come back to work tomorrow, I'll be somewhere up here, I hope. No, we'll see. I don't want to look that far into the future, right? I'm only content looking for 1 or 2 hours in front of me. It's a lot like looking at the weather, right? If I call out the weather 3 days in advance, I'm usually wrong. If I look 1 hour or so into the future, so I look at the clouds in the sky, I'm usually right. If I just look out the window and look what the weather is right now, I'm right 100% of the time. And that's how you get a 97% win rate. You don't look into the future, look into the now. Right, so we have a plan of action. If things go lower, we have 2 more boxes that we can spend. We're allowed to, it's by design, right, to average with these 2 boxes. And then the goal is to break even. It's not to make a ton of money. Right? Breaking even is basically reducing your losses, diminishing, or no, you want them as small as possible, right? So you're trying to move away from 36 pips by averaging your way away from 36 pips. Right? We may not even need to. Right? This is just hyperbole. I mean, this is just me thinking out loud. Right? The plan is that we go up and then we sell the daily high into tomorrow's low. Okay. So I'll let you go. You have your marching orders. Trade safe, trade small, and I'll upload this when I get a chance. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same everything. Bye-bye.